Good morning. I thought it was nice enough to go to my ocean of abundance and broadcast live from my favorite place in the world, which is always, and maybe because it's March 1st, in case you have hashtag COVID confusion, we are in the month of March in Women's History Month and day one of the 21-day fast from complaining, March 1st. So, I forgot to post in that group. Oh well. But I am so glad to be here and splattering more hope and happiness on you as usual. And I hope that you are choosing happiness because that's what I'm all about. That's my brand. Who knew that brand and hashtags and all these other punctuation uh, things would be so prevalent these days. But I am so glad to have people checking in now. If you could put your name in the comment, then I can say hello to you by name. And today we're having a complaint party because it is day one, and day one is the day where we're aware of how much complaining we do. So that's what we're going to do. And I would love to hear all the things. We're going to go through a litany of all the possible things that you could be complaining about, or if you don't want to out yourself, what you hear people complaining about. So that's the topic for today as we just move into March with a smile and a breath. And let's start with that, as I like to do before we do anything, is just connect with breath. So if you could sit comfortably, I would cross my legs, but I had hip replacement surgery 13 weeks ago, so I still can't cross my legs. But I would like you to just get comfortable where you are. Take your palms, put them up in your lap, and you can close your eyes or not. Take a deep breath in through your nose and release. Soft shoulders, soft elbows, soft knees. Another deep breath in and releasing all the stories and the drama. Started the day with the news. You'll have a cadre full of that. Hopefully you didn't, or even from the weekend. And one last deep breath in. Connecting with me through Chi, eternal energy, the breath of life that connects us all. And when you're ready, open your eyes. So nice to be connected with you through breath. It's a great example of how abundant we are, how abundant we can take that breath. When I take a breath, I don't take from you. And that's what the beauty of life is all about. So that's the message, the rose-colored Kool-Aid that I continue to try to give you, as that's part of my life mission. My Happy 88 mission is 8 million more happy people in the next 8 years. And it started with this little baby coming out in 2018, going on tour with it, getting grounded by COVID from the tour. And so thanks to technology, I get to continue this mission with you. And so, Lorraine, my new regular, Lorraine Jackson. Nice to see you. Happy Monday to you too. And if you would like a personal shout out, just write in the comment section. And I also want you to participate. My Friday show is more of a guest show. There's very little participation because I want you to hear from the guest. This is the interaction show. So if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if you have any comments, this is where you get to sit at the table, sit at the happy table, and help me #choose happiness. So, all right, here we go. Today is March 1st, and it's the start of I was going to say birthday. Oh, yes, I can do that because I have a friend, and I forgot to tell her to tune in. My ladybug friend, Donna, we'll just say Donna, in case she doesn't want to be identified all over the place. But it's Donna's birthday today, so join me right now, and I'll clip this out and send it to her. Happy birthday, dear Donna, who has been an amazing friend of mine. Happy birthday to you. I'm going to put a clip up. We accidentally, #Naccidental. We've been having problems getting together for years. I met her as a client when I was consulting with the County of Los Angeles, and we became really good friends. She helped me move a couple of times. And we always get together and we have trouble because she's extremely busy, as I am. And we met in Prague by accident. We discovered from social media that we were in Europe at the exact same time. Like, what are the chances of that? And so I had a week between speaking on a cruise boat to Italy when the book was coming out, and my daughter, I had just taken her on a trip to France and Italy for high school graduation. I had a week in between to play, and so she reorganized her trip, and I added Prague, and I'd always wanted to be there, and so we did Tai Chi in one of the center courts there. So I'll post that today. But anyways, okay, back to the topic at hand. You are tuned into Mind Your Own Business with Dr. Marissa. It's my #Monday Motivation, where I get to help you and myself choose tools to keep this week in the best possible trajectory towards happiness. Okay? So, thank you for that thumbs up. So, how are we doing that today? Today is also March 1st, the beginning of the 21-day fast from complaining with Dr. Marissa. And somebody just posted in Carepreneurs group that it was a great idea. Thank you very much. I think it's a great idea. I started it July 1st, 2011, long time ago. And it has been an amazing, beautiful experience with people. There's a Facebook Live support group called 21 Day Fast with Dr. Marissa that you're happy, that I'm happy if you join that. If you want to officially sign up, you go to my website, drmarissa.life, and then you register with $21, right? 21 days, $21 to put your money where your mouth is. And it gives you more incentive to not complain for 21 consecutive days. So, Lorraine, I would love you to join this round officially. And if you break the fast and you fall off the beam, it's okay, because that money goes to my nonprofit, which donates books to children and teens on feelings and happiness. So it's a win-win. But Uwe Fryer is my latest, accomplished the whole 21 days, and he was kind enough to, even though he won $42, because I double your money if you do finish the fast. He donated it back to the nonprofit. But you don't have to do that. I can absolutely give you your money back. And so far, there's only been 4 people who have officially registered and completed the fast, all the way from Kentucky, Eva Glenn Atkinson, all the way from Japan, Janina Arvata, and all the way from Long Beach here, Daia Jordan. So now Uwe Freyer, who is in, I believe, Beverly Hills, is added to that list. My first male, identifying as a male, is my 4th winner. So I would love to have Lorraine. Oh, good. She's just committed to join that and just try. So today, you actually get to complain as much as you want. I know that sounds a little oxymoronic because we're on a fast from complaining. But what happens is today is day 1. So when you go through this fast every single day, obviously you try not to complain, because if you do, you go back to day one. So let's say you've done 7 days in a row without complaining, and the 8th day, you start complaining that someone didn't clean up their room. How many times have I told you to clean up your room? That is a complaint. So then you go back to day one. Does that make sense? So then you just start. You don't stop. You just keep going until you hit 21 days. Now, I know some people who will remain nameless to protect the innocent and guilty, who have spent years trying to put 21 days together. But I give them all the credit because they have not given up. The people that try it for a day or 2 or 3 and fall off and say, I just can't do this, well, I'm encouraging you to just get back on that balance beam, the no complaints beam, so that it's a habit. It's something that you really want to, use your muscle to exercise this good life habit, right? So today's day one. And if you complain, you go back to day one, which is day one all day, which is why you can complain today. And I've renamed it the self-awareness day. So if you want to play along, I want you to count how many times that you actually complain today. That's your baseline. So your natural complaint level. And the most common reaction I get on day one is, I had no idea how much I complained. I wouldn't say I was a complainer. I didn't think I was a complainer. But when I started counting, or someone helping me count how many times I complained, it was astounding. So I've had people say my baseline is 8, my baseline is 18, my baseline is infinity. So my baseline is 18. That's my normal. I complain 18 times a day. And when I found that baseline, the first round was just not doing 18 a day. So for me, it was a slow climb. So are you ready? I thought today, to make it fun, we would allow for complaining so that we could get it all out of our system. For those of you who have gone through my book, 8 Ways to Happiness, one of the most important things in the book is to deal with things that keep coming up in our head instead of trying to push them down. So, same principle. Let's go there and put out on the table all the things that you normally complain about. And here's the caveat. Once you get it out, you're not allowed to go back to that. So you might want to write this down so you have a sheet of paper that says complaints. And then once they're all out, sometimes, they just need to see the light of day. And when they see the light of day, they're not so important anymore. And you can use it as something to threaten the voice in your head that starts complaining. And you'll say, thank you very much, but we already did this. And the rule is we only do this one time. Okay? So have your paper ready. Lorraine, put down all the things you normally complain about. You can use this chat here and then copy and paste it into a book. I want you to type out anybody who's watching right now, and I see you, but I don't know who some of you are because you haven't chatted yet. But do me a favor, just for fun. You can, no names, but write down in the chat things that people complain about. You don't have to say I complain about it, but I'm going to have some fun with this. I complain, okay, my hip still hurts. My back hurts. My sciatic has been ignited. My video editor doesn't understand me the first time around. My people don't get back to me in the timely way that I want them to. I don't feel I'm appreciated by certain people. I don't know why some people say mean things about me behind my back or in front of my back when I've done nothing to them. I uh, I hate this time where we're more divided than we've ever been. I hate that people just don't understand why racism is not okay. I I can't stand listening to people who are justifiably ignorant. I can't stand uh, seeing people in denial about so much wrongness that's in the policing system or the prison system or the uh, 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 in the Black Lives Matter and equating Black Lives Matter to what happened on Capitol Hill. That's so wrong. I hate that. Uh, let's see. I hate that I am not, my body doesn't look like it did when I was modeling a long time. That I have a broadcast right now and is calling. I hate that. I love her so much. I hate that. What else? Lorraine, I don't see any comments yet. So whoever's now tuning in, you are tuned into Mind Your Own Business with Dr. Marissa on Mondays. This is your interactive time with me where you go in the chat and you participate. So I don't have a guest, it's just you and me. And Lorraine Jackson is there for sure. And what we're doing today is we're launching another round of the 21-day fast from complaining. And in order to launch it, I'm doing something a little different is I'm allowing everybody, including myself, to complain about everything that's happening. So I just went through, I'm pretty sure uh, let's see. I don't like that. My kids and my favorite niece and nephew-in-law got together this weekend without me. I hate that. Let's see what else. Um, I hate that I still don't feel good about where my body is. I hate that I'm that. Okay, I think I hit a wall. I hit a no complaints wall. So please go ahead and type down if you have anything. The reason why I'm asking you to vomit out your complaints is when you complain and get it out, then the rule is on the 21-day fast from complaining with Dr. Marissa is you don't go back. So once you have it down, it's done, and you cannot complain about those things now for 21 days. All right. All right. Lorraine's got the cold weather, two-faced people, my son not understanding why I have to protect myself from COVID. I gained weight. So I'm there with you, exactly there, except for the cold weather. Oh yay, Carlene McCrory, pain, my biggest complaint for the last 33 years, and energy level. Okay, good. So people are blind to the people who need help. Okay, good, good, yay! We're doing this. So notice what I'm allowing and actually encouraging is the spill out. So oftentimes we don't choose happiness. We choose this superficial, I'm fine, I got this, I'm okay, right? And you know what fine stands for, right? Effed up, irrational, neurotic, and emotional. So part of my process in helping people choose happiness is it's important to deal with the ugly, dark, smelly, unpleasant, icky stuff, right? So we have things that we don't like. And if we don't give ourselves permission to not like them and get them out and release them out, then they stay in here. And if you're in denial, you continue to press it down, press it down, press it down like garbage. And when garbage gets pressed down, if you compress garbage, it turns into what? Liquid. And then if you press the liquid, it turns into what? Gas. So a lot of us are walking around with this gas leaking out of toxic, buried things that block us from the sunlight of the spirit, that block us from the lightness of being. So the 21-day fast from complaining is not about burying your complaints. It's about releasing those complaints so we give up room in ourselves to receive all the good. Does that make sense? Because negative energy takes up more space than positive energy. If we can't release it safely, then we're not going to have that lightness of being. We're always going to be dragged down by all of that heavy stuff. Okay? So, let's see. We've got some oh good. I feel generally ashamed because my hubby never complains. I try not to. Okay. And a yes. So you got me. So now let me balance out what I just said. I am not advocating that y'all go out and stand on a corner or sit your hubby down, Carlene, and make him listen to your litany of all the things that you hate. I truly want you, as an exercise this week or today, to go to the computer and literally, or journal. Some people like to journal. I actually do better on typing because my handwriting is horrible. That's what doctors do. We go to class, teaches us how to write terribly, so nobody can read it. Aside. So I go to the computer and I type out, right? I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I hate this. I hate this. I don't like this. I don't like this. And I do literally a publisher's clearinghouse of all the things. And so Carlene and Lorraine, I would suggest, you know, go register for the fast officially and allow yourself to release all those things that you are unhappy, angry, and sad about. Once you release that, read it all the way down. And then for the next 21 days, when you find yourself wanting to complain about that same thing, I want you to take what you have and say, I made a commitment. I'm not going to address these things. I'm not going to talk about these things. They're out. They're already out. Okay. And I'm doing the best that I can with the time that I have and the resources I have. Write that down. I'm doing the best that I can with the time that I have and the resources I have, and put that right at the top. So you can be able to begin to soothe yourself with those things that are troubling you. So there's a fundamental block to happiness that all of us have, which is we keep looking for other people to soothe us, or food, or drugs, or cigarettes, or someone else's words, or we're constantly looking outside of ourselves. Who loves me? Who approves of me? Who can help me? And we don't go to the core of ourselves to find that relief. And we all can do that if we're connected to our balanced centered self. Everybody has a balanced centered self. It's right here. Take that breath. Relax into it. It's right here. It's right here. It's right here. That's the light. It's the lightness of being. Some of us is dim, right? Because we've been sitting on it or covering it with complaints, but it's right here. And that is connected through breath with the power that created the oceans, the fact that every single grain of sand in my hand is different in this entire beach, that every drop of water is different. So this is our time to take ownership of soothing ourselves. And this fast is I was going to say brilliant. It's not my idea, by the way. All kudos go to Edwene Gaines, who spoke on the Agape stage back in 2011 in June. So I got the idea because she said, if you want to reach spiritual transcendence, don't complain for 21 days. So I went, I love a challenge. And so that's how it was born. But I've kind of expanded it and played with it. So I am so glad that I know that Carlene and Lorraine are going to join. Hopefully, if you're listening to this later, that you will go to www.drmarissa.life and $21. That's all it is. If you complete 21 days honor system, I'll probably, have a little chat with your insignificant other to make sure, right, Carlene, that the 21 days, then I will double your money. How's that sound? Okay, so that's it for today's Mind Your Own Business with Dr. Marissa. Thanks for joining me. Come back next Monday. Also, come back this Friday because I have a show. Some of you know, some of you don't know, on CNBC, NBC News Radio channel KCAA, AM 1050, FM 102.3, FM 106.5, home to Dave Ramsey and the Asian Oprah. And if you missed last Friday's show, just go to my YouTube channel, subscribe for free. It was brilliant, celebrating Black History Month and the season for nonviolence. I had a poet who did 2 poems, amazing, Pluto Brown. You have to get that. You'll get notified if you become a subscriber, and it's free on my YouTube of any time that I'm splattering, so that you can join me. Okay? Yay! Thanks, Lorraine, for the I enjoyed it. Thank you. I always enjoy having you on with me. And I will, let's see. The other thing is this Wednesday, I'm doing a audition for the host. So if you ever wanted to be a radio host, I'm just opening the auditions for one more day today. So I'm going to post that in a little bit. You sign up at NBC News Radio, nope, NBCRadioNews.com, and just put your information there and I'll send you the questions that I'll be doing. So tune in. That's 4 p.m. this Wednesday, March 3rd. And then my shows every Friday, drive time, prime time at 3. All right? I'm just so grateful. I am signing off. I'm going to go over to my IGTV live on Doc Balance. I also started a TikTok channel, Joshua Johnson. Not that I need another platform, but I have to admit, there's a lot of fun things you can do on TikTok. So join me there. It's Dr. Marissa, Happy 88. All right? Peace in, peace out. World peace through inner peace. Have the best week ever.